Shika and some students of my class are going to present PowerPoint presentation on the topic Imagine, Invent and Inspire. Do you know what do scientists say about the imagination? Albert Einstein has rightly said imagination is more important than knowledge. They are both important, said physicists. But knowledge without imagination is barren. What is imagine? Imagine means to form a picture or an idea in your mind of what something or somebody might be like. Why is imagination important for scientists? Imagination and innovation are really important in science. Without imagination, science would never ever have been existed. It helps scientists to encircle the world. Take an overview and look. It acts like a wing that takes through the sky. Now Tejasvi is coming to tell you about the discovery of electricity. What is electricity? Electricity is the flow of electrical charges through a wire that has an excess of electrons. Electricity is a source of power and energy. Do you know the history of electricity? Long ago, before we understood the concept of electricity, people were aware of certain fishes that could produce electric shocks. Efforts to understand and tame electricity ramped up in 18th century, culminating in history's one of the most famous scientific discoveries. Benjamin Franklin proved his theory that lightning was electrical. With time, different scientists came, proved different theories, and invented different electrical equipments. One such was Thomas Edison. In 1880, he invented light bulb, which is known to be the greatest achievement in the history of electricity. The history of electricity has gone through many phases over past few centuries. So, what we can expect to come next? The global electricity generation will increase between 123 and 150% till 2050. So, that's how different scientists imagined electricity as a useful resource, invented different electrical equipments, and inspired people all over the world. Now, I would like to call Akhilesh to tell you about cars.
Good morning everyone. Today I shall tell you about cars, which have made life of human beings much easier. Cars have become more prevalent and important because it is an easy mode of transport. Getting from one place to another has never been more easy and convenient than before. You don't need to rely on public transport for your daily commutes anymore and can enjoy independence and liberty which comes with a car. But do you know who was the man behind this invention? He is Carl Benz, who invented the world's first car in 1885. But our imagination and invention did not stop here. Human beings keep imagining new models and new designs of cars. But the question arises of the consumption of fuel. So we invented diesel cars. To overcome the problem of safety, we invented self-driving cars. Yes, self-driving cars exist today that are more safer than manual cars in most of the driving conditions. GPS, Global Positioning System, which started out as a military technology, is now being used to hail taxis and get mapping directions, etc. The human intelligence has not stopped here. Now to overcome the problem of traffic, they are working on flying cars just like the drones. And there is a new wave of startups working on flying cars, including two who were founded by the Google co-founder Larry Page. Now, I would like to call my friend Divyansh to tell you about the theory of gravity and motion.
So, the theory of gravity and motion by Aristotle and Galileo. They both invented a theory. Both the theories were somehow similar. But, as we know, that everything that has a similarity has also a difference. So, this theory had also a huge difference. But, first of all, who was Galileo and who was Aristotle? You must have heard about Alexander the Great. He was a very great ruler. Aristotle was the master of that great ruler. Aristotle said that if we drop any two objects from the same height and at the same time, the heavier object will reach the ground first. And as he was the master of such a great ruler, everyone thought that he cannot be wrong in any way. But after him, 1900 years later, after a very long period of time, a famous scientist who is known as the father of astronomy. Yes, Galileo. He argued that Aristotle's theory was totally wrong. He said that no matter what are the weights of the two objects, they will fall at the same rate and at the same speed. But unfortunately, there were no clocks at the time of Galileo by which we can measure the time. So he was totally unable to prove this theory. But after him, Sir Isaac Newton was inspired by this theory. And as clocks were invented by the time of Newton, so he finally proved this theory by using awesome calculation and experiments. And now, in today's world, this theory is very useful in various kinds of experiments. So, just think, if Galileo didn't have thought that Aristotle's theory was wrong, would he be able to inspire Newton? Or would he be able to invent such a new theory? So, at the last, I would like to sum up my words with the thought that just think and invent. There are many people to correct you. Thank you.